All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, the Phoenix boys here are all headed off to the guitar store because at the moment we're trying our best to get Bub's Club revamped, and our mixer here gave out on us. So
kind of feeling at the moment, fellas, that the universe may not like our decision here to revamp or reinvent this podcast here, because there's never ever been a situation with our mixer here, and we're turning it on and it immediately turns off. So we're gonna persevere for the fellas. Don't even worry about that, seriously. But we will see you guys back at the stew.
RSK, let it play, boy.
Yeah, what's the deal? I just keep on vibing. What you thinking? How you feel?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Phoenix Podcast. We're debating a name change here. We might change it to the Phoenix Podcast, but for now, it's Bub's Club. It has been probably about 2 goddamn years. Maybe more.
Year and a half, maybe.
I'd have to look. But this is episode 7. We did 6. Very spaced out in general already. This one, obviously, being 2 years after the last one. So,
Can I put something in there?
yeah, go crazy.
So, there's a rumor on the block for podcasts that actually the hardest episodes to get through are the first 7, and after the first 7, it's pretty smooth flowing from there. So hopefully,
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's actually a real thing. And so hopefully now after this one, we'll get out of that little sesh there, and we'll get some more content going for you guys. So
Because pretty much what we're thinking at this point is we're gonna go from. It used to be just in my basement, and we had to be at the basement no matter what. We would try to plan some specific stuff, and we were just overall weren't good at that shit either. So
this is probably quite a bit of an upgrade, I'd have to say.
This set is an upgrade, but we're also thinking about how we're going to be able to, because I go to college in River Falls, so sometimes it's going to be tough for us to all gather here, but we want to be able to keep shit consistent. For the most part, we're going to try to do it here, though. This will be like...
Or in person in general.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Occasionally we will have to have some online conversations or podcasts that we'll have to do for you guys.
We're doing on Discord or some shit.
Yeah, that's probably what it'll end up being. But we're going to try to keep those to a minimum and try and do in-persons. We don't know how often we'll be able to be here. We might be in River Falls. We might, who knows. So we'll see what's going to end up coming out with that stuff.
But to be real with you, I'm actually going to pretend like we're starting this shit from a clean slate here, because obviously, like, we only had 50 subscribers coming out of the first 6 episodes.
Shout out y'all.
Shout out to the 50. Honestly, I should go screenshot right after this podcast. I'm gonna screenshot those 50. We're gonna remember it forever. Because I'm telling you one thing: if we do stay consistent, which we are gonna give it our all, you will be seeing us on big stages for real. Okay. But I think we should reintroduce ourselves.
Our 50 subscriber plaque should be coming soon. So
Even though those are coming along for the ride.
yeah.
For real.
So we appreciate you. Thank
It's
you.
gotta be like a wooden plaque.
Like, seriously,
boys.
we're on like a trophy, like
Cole.
Stanley
It's
Cup.
gonna be cold.
But yeah, I think we should reintroduce ourselves. So I'm Jake Bubs, and I'm going to college at River Falls right now. And when it comes to like content, you might know about Shako JGB, especially if you're the first 50 or if you're from Shakopee. And then I've been making music recently, and I have a album coming out soonish. No idea the date. Hopefully within like 2-3 weeks we're gonna get recording. But yeah, you'll be seeing stuff about that.
I'm Ryan, also known as Tito. I go to Dunwoody right now. I'm going to become an electrician, and I'm just looking forward to being on this podcast.
Yeah.
For real though.
And then you guys know me. I'm Trent. I host this with Jake. I believe we've done every episode together, so you guys should know me. I used to go.
I think you missed the Ronnie and Jacob Wall one. It was me and Ryan F.
Oh yeah.
Episode 6.
I did miss that one. You're right.
Only one.
I used to go by Guts. Kind of lost that name at this moment. Jake disagrees with it. It's a little too gory, you know. Kind of like just.
His last name's Gutterman.
Yeah,
I mean it works to me.
For hockey, it was great. It was
You
a
can
great.
bring it up.
It was a great hockey nickname, but it
We've been
can't
talking,
lock.
Trent. The new name's gotta go. I mean,
Okay.
A Trent.
It's completely normal. It's gonna
Trent?
stick around. But you guys are gonna know me as Trent. I'm probably gonna.
Trent.
I'm probably
Let's do
gonna.
Trent.
Probably gonna push my content out. Probably under A Trent. You know, just because we're Minnesotan. It's just a little twist on it. I don't know. I was thinking of all sorts of ideas. I wasn't liking Guts anymore. I was trying all sorts of stuff, and
Let's get viewership
I got
together
to
and
the
they'll
point.
let you know.
I got to the point where it was too much of a stretch. There was some whack names coming out of it. I couldn't do it, so I went with something like A Trent, you know, A Buddy. That's just it. It's just like that. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm thinking about all sorts of content. So keep your eye out for that. I don't know when it'll be coming. Unfortunately, we have a lot of stuff to get out of the way first. But at the moment, I'm just grinding my normal job. And now we're going to be running this, so help us out here. Let's get the boys out of the 9 to 5s, you know?
Right, seriously. I mean, we've been in the planning stage for damn near 2 years here. So I think we're deciding finally, like, you know what? There's no perfect scenarios, really. Like, this is not an ideal... I don't even live here right now. This is just my parents' house. We're just going to do what we can, and eventually, hopefully, the views come in, and then we can establish, you know, a set schedule or whatever, but... Yeah, that's the first, the building blocks. Next thing we got is, this is my, like I just mentioned, this is my parents' new house. We'll be here quite a bit, especially like next summer, because we're over on Prior Lake here. And I mean, we're thinking about, we just want to kind of discuss a few of our ideas with this podcast. I think we already mentioned we won't be here every single time, but I mean, shit, you might see one in my dorm. You might see one out on the lake. Like, we don't need Wi-Fi for this shit, so we could be anywhere, literally anywhere. And then we also want to, there's so many podcasts, so it's like hard to say why in the hell you'd watch us, because when we got 50 subscribers, none of us are famous.
Yeah.
So like, we want to just do some unique shit, and we want to add like little videos or clips or montages and shit into this. Like you saw it at the beginning of this video, us going to get the mixer and stuff. We're just going to try to add shit like that throughout the podcasts. This one probably not so much, just because we're getting our feet wet here. And then obviously eventually we'd like to bring on some guests. Tito's going to be kind of like a regular. Yeah. Like, I guess you're technically a
when
guest.
We can't get a guest, he'll probably be the guest. He'll probably be
not
the
an actual guest.
He'll most likely be the most reoccurring guest that we'll ever have.
Yeah. Or I mean, if we have 4 spots, he'll probably we have 4 mics. Like, Ryan, if you want to say what's going on, because we got our 4th over there.
Yeah.
Just behind the camera.
And it'll also depend on where we're at when we're recording as well. For Discord podcasts, we can have as many people as we want, so it doesn't matter for those.
Yeah.
As far as dorm rooms, those are a little smaller. Yeah. Here, we don't have like a huge space we could I'd say it's probably 3 max here.
We could squeeze 2 here maybe, but yeah, well, you'll probably be, when it's here, you'll be seeing 3 people most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a couple videos, like, obviously out on the lake. It could be a little vlog thing. We could be sitting down for a podcast. We want to go to the apple orchard over in Jordan, do some vlogging over there, and then maybe even throw a couple Shocko JGB skits, because we'll be bringing that back this year with Ryan's grade and all his buddies. So let's dive in to today's Sunday. On Friday, we all went to River Falls, and we had a night getting absolutely hydrated and involved.
Not all of us.
With some aqua.
Not all of us. It wasn't not all of us. I could not pop out due to being sick.
Terminally ill.
I ended up having... Okay, show buddy.
Not COVID.
Yeah, it wasn't COVID. I did have pneumonia, or I still do have pneumonia. I'm taking medicine for it right now, but I should be fine soon and back out partying. So yeah.
I'm glad to see you getting hydrated and
getting hydrated.
Yep. But we for sure did have a night. Us 3 boys, Mr. Cameraman back there, and me and Jacob. Would you like to start or?
Yeah. So I mean, the night was pretty basic overall when it comes to just we were over there, we were getting crazy and going to some of the house parties and just fucking around in River Falls for the most part. I think towards the end of the night was when there was a few guys we were running with getting in fights and shit, and like we were stuck as like the middlemen. Like, do we defend these guys,
right,
or do we take on the whole hockey team? And
because keep in mind, we don't know these guys like that. At least we might know of them, but we don't know these guys. We don't know if we should be backing them, and
too much water or something. It got a little heated.
Exactly. Yeah, Buddy got a little overhydrated. Ended up chirping at another hockey guy. And as a Minnesotan hockey kid, it's just something you don't do.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out, especially when you're actually at the hockey house.
Yeah.
That's probably not the best idea when you're at the hockey house with the full team
Not the spot to
inside.
do such a thing.
Probably not. I wouldn't think so. So I was a little surprised that he was a little.
He was ready to go.
He was a little outgoing,
Yeah.
but
He was
I
not
was-
worried about the 25 hockey boys
I was
coming back.
I wasn't really worried about it either, honestly, because how quick are all 25 guys going to get up out of their beds and rush outside or whatever? I don't know where they were. You guys said that they were outside with us. I didn't recognize many of them. I
No,
didn't know
there
any of
was
them,
probably only. It would have been like an even, like probably a 4-on-4, like if we were in it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I mean, there was Montreal jersey guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The little short, stubby guy.
Yep. The short
And
guy.
then
He knows who he is.
We can step on him.
Yeah.
And then there was the taller guy. And then there was a monster dude. This dude was like 6'7" walking up to us
Yeah.
at the end.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that
He
situation.
was the one. I mean, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But like,
Trent, stop it.
No,
He's 6'7".
hey, listen.
He's not
listen,
going down.
The first thing I'm taking out are his kneecaps. They're gone.
I'm hearing him.
If the guy's gonna press me, he's gonna press
Top
me.
you like that shit.
Listen,
Come on. Now.
listen. He looked like a big boy. Like, not only was he tall, he was hefty too. So I'm kind of giving myself away here. If I were to get in a little scrap like that, first thing I'm going for is your legs. I'm taking you off your feet. That's just how I do it.
Yeah.
I've done it. I mean, we wrestle around the house. That's just how we do it. And I've done it with someone at school. His name's, I'm not gonna say his name actually. I don't want to do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But we were in. That was close. He would have been mad about this one.
We gotta get into. We gotta get used to that.
Basically, he was just tossing kids around, and we were in the wrestling mats at the gym, like in the wrestling mat room, where it's like pretty much like the sped room where it's all foam pads everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
Hey, we ain't
And
getting canceled if we ain't scared to get
and,
canceled.
and basically, he's tossing kids around, and I'm like, dude, all right, let's see what he's got. So I was like, come on, let's do it. So first thing I did was pick him up by his legs, and I picked him up, and this is like a 6'3" guy. I pick him up and I slam him, and immediately it was done after that. He didn't like that I picked him up. It's a big man. Big
Trust
men.
me.
Big men don't appreciate getting picked up
They
like
don't,
little
because
kids.
they're
Trust
used
me,
to all that.
I fought a pretty jacked guy, he's your buddy. I'll say his name because he was our buddy, good buddy Alec.
Oh yeah.
We were at his house, we were wrestling. The dude picks me up and slams me. Or no, actually,
That was
that was
me.
you.
That
That
was
was you
me.
picking me up and slamming me.
Signature
Me and Alec
move.
were
You don't
fighting.
want it. You don't want it.
Alec
You don't
was,
want it.
Alec was jacked. Alright, he still picked me up and threw me on the ground and all that. But he was picking me up and slamming me. And also, when we were fighting, we went full MMA on it.
In my defense, he had me hooked, like I was in a headlock.
With my legs, yeah.
And he was just like gripping onto me like a bear. I thought I was like wrestling Khabib for a sec. So first thing I thought was like, okay, let's try and lift him up and just drop him on his back to let him let go. Because I'm not going to get choked out by this fucking guy. So I might, become a chiropractor and readjust his back for a sec. So I just slam him.
You're doing us a favor.
I'm just
Really.
seriously, it's
Readjustment.
my civic duty, and
Yeah.
so basically, picked him up, slammed him, and he didn't like that one. He let go after that. That was the end of it. I didn't know if I hurt you or not. He laid on the ground for quite a bit.
No, so
I'm just happy it didn't come to that moment.
So-
with 6'7" guy, because
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be bad.
I mean
Yeah, that probably
that would be brutal. I don't think you're
Well,
lifting him.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you're probably
I don't.
not.
I wouldn't have.
However,
Yeah, I don't know.
now thinking back to it, all right. So when me and you were wrestling, before we got to where like I had you in the headlock with my legs and you were slamming me on the ground,
Yep.
we were doing full MMA to the point where like I was doing leg kicks, but I was kicking with my foot, not my shin.
Yeah.
And so the next day, I swear I thought my leg was or my foot was broken. All right.
I remember that. Yeah.
And so apparently I didn't learn from my lesson because recently I was doing this with surprisingly my little brother. We were just messing around and we were just like kicking each other for fun. Not like hard or anything, obviously, but the next day I literally like.
You want to cover the age of our brother?
Oh, he's 9.
Yeah.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
I think
How
he's
old are
9.
you?
I'm 19, so I'm 10 years older than him.
Okay.
But we're doing like soft
This
like
guy
kicks
picks
for
on
fun.
people his own size.
Nice.
To be honest, no. But to the point, like This kid has the most energy I've ever seen, first off.
Yes. No.
Holden, my little brother, has the most energy you will see out of anyone ever. So we're just doing leg kicks for fun. The next day, my foot hurts like crazy. Like I literally think my foot's broken. And yeah, that's just pretty much it. But yeah, it was the same as when I was fighting Trent. I don't know why I'm always doing leg kicks with my brothers. That shit.
Because I'll tell you why.
Always think your shit's broken.
I'll tell you why. We get hydrated and then we get like we don't get physical. We get like active. We want to do things.
Yeah.
Like
No,
Ryan F had me doing sprints.
Oh my God, barefoot sprints.
The first time
The weird part about this is why does it always lead back to the lake house? Because at the lake house, I remember.
Oh, chill out.
I think it was. Hang on.
They chill with that a little bit though. Okay.
Hang on. We're just saying lake house. We're not saying what lake house. All right.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So it's me. I think it's me, Trent, and well, I think it might have been Zach. Maybe I don't remember. But we're just a little bit hydrated, and we just
So
get to
much
the
water,
point.
bro.
Yeah, so much water. We're getting to the point where we're literally going to the workout room and just pumping iron like it's nothing. All right, we're just doing this for quite a bit. They have some weird thing where you pull it back and it's like water spinning. I don't know how to explain
Now we're
it
getting
really.
specific. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but it was just.
I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem.
No, it wasn't a problem.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, whenever we get hydrated, we seem to do something.
Yeah, we get active.
We get
physical.
active. We get active.
Yeah.
Ryan
That's
F.
all I have to say.
Yeah, let me go back to it. Ryan F. had me
Go
doing
on.
sprints for the first damn time. Can I swear? Can we bleep?
Fuck yeah.
Just
dude.
bleep
Yeah,
it.
you
Whatever.
can
Bleep
swear.
it.
You can swear.
Bleep it.
No, you can swear.
I don't know. We'll
We're
see.
not looking to get
This is-
monetized.
what's
This is 18 plus.
Well, there's no way that we have like an underage, like.
Not yet, at least.
Well,
we
the
don't have to worry about
fan
any
base.
The
monetization.
only
Yeah.
concern would be monetization, but like.
Okay.
We're not
Well,
gonna
anyway,
do subs.
Ryan F. had me
Yeah.
doing goddamn sprints for the first time since my junior year hockey season, I guess. And you know, I really don't appreciate the rah-rah that comes out of his mouth when he thinks that he's faster than me. So I have to set it straight. I will always beat Ryan F. I'm faster than Ryan F.
Regulations weren't set.
I'm faster than every single person here, and I'll stand by it. But
He's
I
not.
think I'm second.
But hold on,
Hang on.
hold on
still
though.
faster.
Little did I know what Ryan F. was really getting me to do. He was setting me up to sit in pain and realize how out of shape I fucking was. For 3 days, my legs were solidified in one motion. They were so sore, dude. Because I don't sprint, bro.
Well,
Next thing I
hang
know,
on.
I'm tracks. I'm like, what's her name? Shikari? I'm going.
Bro,
hang
my
on.
legs were hurting so bad all weekend from walking. So in River Falls, we walked all the way across campus to get back, and you and I went another route too. Because Ryan F had a tap early. I hate to throw you under the bus there, but he had a tap early, and then me and Trent went the
It's
opposite
too
way.
hydrated, I guess.
We had
Too hydrated.
we had to go gather
He needed to go
another.
sweat it off or something, but
Yeah.
yeah, we had to go the opposite direction and then all the way back. So I was already like kind of feeling it in my legs or whatever.
Yeah.
The following day I went to the Renaissance Fair.
Oh.
or
Oh,
festival.
no.
So it was all over the place the whole time, and Clary likes to stay there for goddamn 7 hours every single time. We come back, bring my dogs to the dog park, so there's another one, and
Yeah.
Clary, again, likes to do like 2 fucking laps.
Yep.
And it's just like literally like another 2 miles. So my legs have been feeling it recently. But yeah, we made it back to the dorm, and I think you should tell them about the.
Morning after?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
it's
hang on.
still pretty much goddamn.
Pretty
night
much
time.
the same night.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah, go
Before
ahead.
we get into the next topic, all right?
It's
I
not
just
the
wanna
next
s-
topic, it's the same topic.
Well, it's the same topic, but
You're
like
creating
it's
a
a little bit. No. Because I'm kind of going back a little bit to the races.
Okay.
That's way back.
I just want to know, or I don't want to know anything, but I just want to say that Ryan not only sent Trent into some pain the next day, but he sent me straight to sleep right after the races. All right.
You weren't even racing.
Yeah, what are you talking
Huh?
about?
No, he did
I
one
did
race.
you race?
He did
No,
one
I
race.
did two.
He did
Oh
two
my
races.
God, no, okay,
and
now I know what you're
collapsed.
talking about.
He did
I know
two
what you're
races and
talking
collapsed and collapsed.
And then all I
And then he disappeared.
remember is waking up to, I'm not going to say names for legal reasons, but they wake
NC.
me up.
It's just water.
NC, it's NC.
Yeah, it's NC. Yeah, okay. But that, they wake me up, and I'm just literally laying on the street because of how tired I was. You know,
We were nervous.
We
You,
were
like,
hydrated,
slept
but we
under
were
the
not.
dock or some
I was
shit.
tired. It was late. You know, I was tired. So
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
Should've drank
and then
more
all
water,
of a sudden,
I should drink more water, or maybe an energy drink just to wake me back up or
Yeah,
something.
But then all of a sudden, we're all heading back into the house, and we're going, "Where's Tito?"
Yeah. And
He-
fucking disappeared.
He just disappeared. He revived himself and disappeared. And little
Yeah.
did we know where he was. And we're not going to go into specifics, but that man was. We found him on the dock. He went from the front of the house in the street to the dock without anyone knowing.
That was wild.
And
Now,
what a
happened to
night!
your
What a
story?
night! Okay, yeah. Let's
was
get
a
back.
good
Let's
night.
get back to the night after. What was that?
Friday.
Friday. Yeah. So Saturday morning.
Yep, 5 a.m.
So Saturday morning we had a late night, decently late night. It wasn't too late.
It was like 2:33.
Yeah,
Only
so-
for you and me. Everyone was dead asleep when
Yeah.
we got back.
So, you know, it was a decently late night. I went to bed with some heartburn, you know, due to some hydration.
Hydration.
And-
wrong pipe.
And I got up, and I got up like 3-4 hours later, and I woke up and I needed to use the little men's room, and so I left the dorm early, and I was like, you know what, it's like 5. I have some things I have to do the next day, which was just watching my sister's dog while she was at a wedding or whatever, and then I had to pick him up. But anyway, I was like, I'm just gonna use the restroom and then I'm gonna head out. I'm just gonna go home. And so I grabbed everything, I thought, and I went to use the bathroom, and I didn't think about anything while I was in the bathroom about a missing phone specifically. So I get to the bottom of the stairwell and close the door behind me to the building for the dorms, and I pat my pockets and my phone's not there. Now, the first thing my mind goes to is I have no way to call them to allow me to come back into the building. I have no way of getting back into the building personally. I mean, I'm locked out because I don't have a key pass or
And we're all
anything.
dead asleep.
Yeah, everybody's dead asleep. I left early, keep in mind. I mean, these guys aren't going to wake up for another 2 hours. I don't have my phone, and I don't have directions home. And so I started my journey home. I got in the car. I ended up going down to Hudson, went from Hudson to Minneapolis. And it's real sad. You'd think that, someone would have taught our generation how to use like maps and road signs and shit, I guess. I was so lost.
Yeah.
I ended
I
up
don't blame you.
I took the same highway at least like 2 or 3 times, and I did the same exit just trying to find exactly where I needed to leave. And I was looking for a specific exit. I believe it's 10A, right? Is it 10A?
Yeah, 10A is the one you'd recognize.
Yeah, so I was shooting for 10A, and I was like, oh my god, when am I going to find 10A? I'm so sick of driving. It's supposed to be a 50-minute drive home from there to my house, and it ended up taking me like an hour and 30 minutes. But basically, what changed it all around and got me out of the loop of keep going in circles back and forth was I had to stop at a gas station because I was so dehydrated. I got some water, and I didn't know where I was going to end up. Maybe Iowa, maybe Idaho. I don't know. So I was terrified of where I was going to end up, and because I had no directions. And so I got water, and I asked the lady. When I got the water, I said, "You happen to know? Can you point me in the right direction to get to Mankato?" Because I knew Mankato was the nearest big. In order to get to Mankato, you'd have to go by Shakopee. That's just how I know it, you know. So I was just like, "Can you just point me in the direction to get to Mankato? What highways and whatnot?" And this lady immediately, I said, I literally don't even think I said the full word. I said direct, and she was running to the computer, and she starts typing out. She whips her neck over at me, and she goes, "Any specific destination?" I'm like, yeah, I'm actually not going to Mankato. I'm going to my house in Savage. And so I gave her the address, and she printed these babies out for me. And basically what these directions are right here is completely useless. Completely useless information.
It's just a line.
There's no streets or any turns, exits. There's no instructions as far as what to do. It's just a bolded
Well,
route.
let me see the second sheet.
It's just a bolded route. There's
What is
nothing
this?
on that. So it's just a bolded route
What is this?
on generally what to take in order to get there. So, I tried my best. I found my way home. Thank goodness I stopped at that gas station because in the end, that's how I ended up finding 10A, the exit I was hoping to look for.
Yeah.
And everything ended up working out fine. I knew though that since I didn't have any way to contact these guys to have them grab my phone before they left, I knew I had to get home before 7 because Ryan F said specifically, well, he needs to get up, for his own reasons at that time. But Clary said she was going to be getting up for that time at that time also,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
She said that the night before or
We
something.
were gonna get to the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Really early, but yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, if they're getting up at 7 and they don't see my phone and they leave without it and they all come back to
Yeah.
Shakopee, my phone's in River Falls for the next how many days until we can go back to River Falls and get it.
Right.
And so I was like, well, this sucks. So I need to get home by like 7:20 or I'm literally screwed. And at this point, I'm driving for like an hour and 20 minutes. So I finally found the exit. I got home right at like 7:10. I got down to my MacBook and logged on and FaceTimed Ryan F. and Jake at like 7:20-ish. And Jake already knew that I left my phone there. Actually, Clary's the one who
Yeah.
realized it first. Somehow Clary knew that I was missing.
I think she heard you leave.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like I was proud of myself because I was able to get home. I was very upset with myself because I didn't know how to do it right away.
But it's River Falls.
It was really just like I was just.
You've never gone over there though.
I know.
So it makes sense for you.
But-
for me though, like I actually don't think I know which way to go.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to the exits, I don't know. There's like a gray area. Like
Yeah.
close to River Falls, I got all that area, and
You-
close to here, I know all this area. But in the middle, I have no clue.
You know it's bad when I'm in Hudson and I'm thinking the only exit I need to get to is 10A. 10A is so far from Hudson.
yeah.
I'm thinking.
So far.
I'm
Literally
thinking. I'm
45
literally
minutes.
thinking of like 10 exits away. Like
Yeah.
literally, I'm gonna take like 3 more exits and 5 highways in order to get to that one exit. Like,
Yeah.
there's no shot that I'm gonna find that. But somehow we found it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I pretty much summarized that whole night, but yeah.
Oh.
I mean, anyways, so we also want to do this thing where we cover some pop culture stuff. I think some of the more popular podcasts are kind of all about what's going on in pop culture. The only difference here is, we don't have ties to any of that shit.
Right.
So we're only going to briefly do it for now.
if you'd like to see more, definitely let us know though. Whatever you're wanting to see as far
Yeah.
as the podcast, please put ideas in the comments and whatnot because we are wanting to change to whatever's gonna gain traction.
Yep.
We do not want to, keep trying out new things and having them fail and not seeing what you guys specifically want to see from us. And so, even with like the vlogcast stuff, if you guys don't like those ideas or you do, let us just
Right.
keep us updated on what you guys are gonna like as far
And
as
be brutally
content from
honest.
us.
But yeah, so I think the first thing, obviously, Minnesota. Goddamn fuck. So this was supposed to be the year, man. Every single year is like, oh, it's gonna be different this time. And that sounds so stupid, but it felt like it. For real, it felt like it this year. Because last year our offense was great, defense was terrible, but then the year before that it was completely flipped. Offense was terrible, defense was great. So, oh my god. Oh, okay. But anyways, this year started off really bad. And until a few minutes ago, my opinions changed a little bit. But week 1, we lost to the Bengals 24-27 in overtime. If you pay attention to football, you know that was a bullshit fumble call. We won't really get too far into it because, like I said, I want to briefly do this stuff. This will probably be the stuff that gets clipped and posted at otherwhere,
Right.
elsewhere.
Yeah,
Jesus
social
Christ.
media, whatever.
Yeah, and then week 2, we lost to the Cardinals 33-34 with that last second missed field goal. So I'm thinking at this current point, we should be 2-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be 2-0.
Yeah.
But we're not, and that's the issue.
We weren't. We were 0-2. But then this week we played Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just received word that we won 30-17. So we are now 1-2, which sucks. But I mean, you win that game. You weren't supposed to win that game. Cardinals is like a toss-up. The Bengals were a must-win, so now I would say we're decent. Okay, I was thinking we were going to be 2-1 or 1-2 at this point. It don't matter. We're 1-2. Now we got to go steal one from Cleveland. Anyways, let's move on. Go Vikings.
Go Vikings.
School Vikings, if you will.
Yeah. School.
Right on.
We need those chants back. You think they started off the season with that shit?
Yeah, that should be our thing, but I think maybe the COVID shit kind of put a halt to that for now. And then
No yelling.
Carolina Hurricanes, right? The Carolina Hurricanes wanted to try to steal that shit. Makes me sick. But anyways, the Wild re-signed Kirill Kaprizov.
God, best
for
investment we've made.
45 mil.
Best investment we have made in
Yeah.
the last decade. I
Yep.
swear on everything.
I think this might be one of the dumber things I've said out loud. I'm just going to preface that.
Okay.
Minnesota sports are looking pretty good right now. They are. Everything's
Based
like
on
this.
based on
except
the
for
last
Twins.
team you covered, I don't know about them. I'm not a
The
huge
what, the
football.
Vikings?
Not a huge football guy, but
I'm talking about
the
right
Wild
now.
Wild
I
are
don't
looking
know.
promising. I don't know much about the Twins.
Twins look like they suck.
Timberwolves, how are they looking?
I mean, they literally are at the bottom of the league, so things are looking up.
When you're at rock bottom,
Yep.
you can only go up.
And
So
they're talking about, like, there's all these teams. I don't know a lot about basketball, but this is what I've heard about. Super teams form, and, like, the Timberwolves pretty much have, like, an outline for one of those, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like, you know, there's the Nets, they got KD and Kyrie
Yep.
and fucking James Harden. That's,
Yep.
like, unreal.
right,
We got 3 dudes that are like that are younger,
right.
and if they...
The
like,
potential's
figure-
there.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
the potential's all there.
And then they've talked about, like, going out and getting somebody like Devin Booker or whatever.
That would be nice.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, that would be a super team right there, I think.
Yeah.
Next thing we got is Tiger King Season 2 is announced. But quite frankly, who gives a fuck about that?
You know, the only reason the first season
Do
did
you?
so well was because of COVID. That's
Right.
that's the
Do
only
you
reason.
care about that, Ryan? Tiger King Season 2.
You the best.
You don't care about that? Where's Ryan G?
Quite frankly, no.
We lost Tito? Yeah, I don't really think anyone cares about Season 2 there. Season 1 helped us because it was like the only content there was. Everyone was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so good. No, it's all we have. We've been in a 3-week drought.
It's awfully weird.
Right.
Actually, how it all panned out.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm going to skip over that one because that's just, no one cares.
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting. What's going to happen in season 2?
I'm not watching it.
Well, is it just going to be more information on the investigations? Is it going to be recuperation after he's still in there, right? Or did Trump release him, or was that just
I
talk,
don't
or
know.
what?
I think he might have actually got out.
If Trump released him or whatever,
I don't know.
is he out? I don't know. Anyway,
I have no
if he's
clue.
out, maybe it's a recoup of him
Ryan,
starting his
damn near
empire
hop in
again.
here if he's gone.
I think he'll be back.
He'll be back? Okay.
Okay.
Alright, well, anyways. Tiger King Season 2, we'll see. I don't think
Well,
I'll
he's
be
going to
watching.
need to get back now.
And, I don't know what that is.
No, you do. Look at it and think.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll be back, you said?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Well, if Tito's going to be back, I'm just going to say something to him real quick. If Tito's coming back, we're actually on the final segment right about now. If you want to come back and do the final segment with us.
You could maybe stay right there. But, yeah, we're getting to YouTube boxing now, so you actually have an opinion here.
Yes.
Yeah, you got that. I think.
Alright, I was just shooting the back.
Alright, sorry we had a camera malfunction there, but we are back with YouTube boxing is what we want to get into. I think that actually worked out perfect from a transitional standpoint.
Hopefully.
But yeah, we want to talk. This is what we want to do here. Oh, you want to hand me that mouse, Ryan? You can walk in front of the camera. Don't
I got it. It's fun.
But we're gonna do a tier list. I think everyone by now pretty much knows what those are. I'm not sure how we're really gonna do this yet because obviously we're just testing things with this podcast so far.
Oh, also, since we're into the game show aspect now, we want to do these almost for every single podcast. So please
Games,
send
yeah.
ideas. Send game ideas. Like, unbelievably. I don't care what it is. Even if it's challenges. Like,
We can do a Monopoly game. We can
man,
do more
I'll do
tier
some.
lists.
I'll do a wing challenge. I'll do
Oh,
a
yeah.
wing- if you guys want to do a wing challenge, I'll do a wing challenge.
Yeah, press the thumb button or the thumbs up button here if you want to watch us do like the what's it called, Flamin' Hot.
Oh.
Is that what it is?
Oh.
I would do that. You wouldn't do that?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
The
I would do
hottest
it.
one? You would
Yeah,
do the hottest
I would
one?
do that.
I would do it with you. If we were doing it for a video, I'd do it.
Yeah.
So
I would do it on the pod and then do a pod.
I'm very bad with spicy.
So am I. It's everyone's bad at that. But
No,
Okay.
but like anything above like honey barbecue, I'm done.
Honey barbecue, eh?
Honey barbecue is my highest.
All right, let's get into it. Let's start with. Who should we? Should we just go from the top here?
Yeah, just start at the top.
Okay. The
Jake, I
first one we
also
got?
do want to add.
What?
I have something to talk on after this game, so
Okay,
it won't
go.
be the end of it. I actually have something I want to talk
Yeah, I
about.
mean we still gotta do outro and everything.
Yeah.
So the first one we got is Taylor Holder. This one I'm a little stuck on this one because he had one fight. It was with Gibb, and Gibb looked good, and Taylor Holder looked good in all the sport. Like he had everybody fooled.
Not only that, he talked it up with some mad game. This guy was acting like he's been boxing for years on years on years. He's super trained, super good. Like
All
he's
those street
gonna
fights.
he's gonna knock the guy out first rounder. Absolutely not. Terrible performance. Hopefully it was the worst performance he's ever had, because if he tries to step in another ring and this is the same thing, he's an awful guy.
Well-
Awful fighter.
Well, hang on.
Awful guy.
An awful guy, not an awful
I'll
guy.
agree.
Not an awful guy, just an awful fighter.
He did trick everyone into thinking that he's a really good boxer, but at the same time, like if you watch the footage of him training, he really did look like a good boxer. Like he actually looked. Like
Anybody can look
professional.
good though. I mean, you
That's
hit
true,
mitts,
that's
you
true.
hit mitts, and your coach is
That's
in there
true.
going bop 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 bop.
Yeah.
You don't even have to hit
Which-
in order to get that noise, bro. That clap clap clap
Exactly,
clap. They just have to hit it too.
Yeah.
They're hitting your glove while you're
True,
hitting
right.
it.
That
It's
is
not
true.
nothing. They can do it as fast as they want. It's easy to make it look so. It's
That
just
is-
so fake.
I
That is
still
true.
put him at a C though.
No, dude. I'm putting him at a straight E list.
Really?
Yes. No shot. Like who did he fight
I
again?
put him at C.
Gibb.
I'll agree.
Gibb.
Gibb.
If you get knocked out by Gibb, you're on the E list.
Gibb
Go.
looked good.
Well, hang on. Yeah, Gibb did
Gibb
look
looked
good in
really
the fight, and at the same time, Taylor Holder did like do a good job in training camp. So I will agree
No,
with Jake
this
here.
isn't training camp points. What are you
I will-
talking about?
Well, hang on. I will agree with the Jake. Like,
Performance
with
only.
Jake to the
How'd they
point
do
where,
it then?
Like, I think he is C tier. I really do.
I'd put
He's
him
not-
D.
Well,
He's
let's
not
leave
anything.
him for now.
I'd put him at D.
We'll get like a foundation going.
I say put him at D. Let's compromise for D. He's trash.
Let's start with some easy ones here. Like Deji, never won one ever.
No,
He lost to
He
Vinny.
beat Taylor Holder.
No, he didn't.
No, he
no,
didn't.
no,
He
no.
fought Vinny, and
He
Vinny
fought
knocked him
Vinny,
out.
Yeah, he lost. He got KO'd.
Wait, no.
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Who,
he's
fu-
never-
who did Taylor Holder fight again?
Gibb.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. My bad.
But
We just
I think
covered
I got it
We
mixed
can
up.
all-
I got it mixed up. My bad.
we can all agree that
Deji.
Deji is.
Here's the thing,
F
though.
tier.
I just truthfully believe the guy doesn't belong in the sport of boxing. He's a genuinely great guy.
Right.
I like him as a person, low key. Like I like
Yeah.
his content. It's
Okay.
okay. I don't watch his content, but it's not bad. You know, he's very similar to his brother, where they make very European focused
No.
content. It's not like something that really appeases to the American.
Well, hang on. Let me stop you right there because
Yeah.
a lot of his content is literally beefing with his brother. So like using family drama as content is very, very weird to me in a way. And so I don't
Probably
necessarily.
life
I think he
tier.
does.
Ah.
I think he has bad content. To be honest.
I
with
think
you.
those videos might be his most.
Those are
his
most-
highest viewed ones.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
his most
highly
viewed.
doubt.
That's what
I
was
highly
gonna
doubt that that's his content though. His content is not beefing with his brother. His content is like gaming, streaming, whatever the hell he does. I don't know.
Okay.
But he
I
does
can agree
he
with
does
that.
a fine. I mean, he has a fan base, dude. You're obviously doing a great job if you have a fan base. So
I think the next one to do is Bryce Hall.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So are we all agreeing that Deji is F tier?
Yeah,
I think so,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'll agree
Bryce
with
Hall's
that.
right with him. I mean, there's nothing to show there. There's nothing.
One
to show.
Bryce Hall.
One fight, it's hard to put a person at F tier. He's never fought another person. He has T-Rex
When you get
arms,
beat like that, though.
but he has T-Rex
Look at the
arms.
picture.
Another guy.
Look at that
That
picture.
right there. Bryce
Look at
Hall.
that.
Bryce Hall is another guy that was not supposed to step in the ring. He's just not built for it. That's not
Right.
how boxers are supposed to.
But,
Are you
but
trying to
dude,
say
he's
he-
been in over 40 street fights.
right, and that's
40
exactly
and 40
why we're putting him at the F tier. Because
He said,
if
"I'm
you
gonna
can
give
take 40 street fights, bare fist to your face, but you can't take a boxing match, you are straight
I-
tapping out your bum.
I actually agree
Yeah.
with him. I think, actually, low key, I think Deji might have to move up to E tier because of how low Bryce Hall is. Because
Facts,
he said
do it
he's
now.
I
Get
can
him
do
up
that.
there.
Because he said
There you go,
Bryce Hall
Deji.
says I've been over 40 street fights,
Rancid,
but then
dude.
loses
So
by
bad.
a long shot.
To
Like,
a dad.
literally wasn't close.
This is another thing about Deji. He lasted the longest against Jake Paul besides Tyron Woodley. So I mean, he does have something.
Jake Paul wasn't in his prime back then.
He
Wasn't
wasn't
good,
good.
but-
It was their first
He wasn't
fight.
good.
right?
At least he showed something.
No, Jake Paul knocked out.
It wasn't Deji's
Gibb
first fight?
before Deji.
Oh, wait,
right?
no.
That was
After?
Actually, no, you're right. Yeah, I think it was actually.
Gibb was after that.
Yeah, he knocked
Yeah,
out.
you're
Gibb.
right. You're right.
All right, let's do
KSI, why not?
KSI here.
Yeah, we know where he gonna be.
Fucking B.
B. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
I will
He
put him at
only
either
beat-
A or B.
He beat Logan Paul,
But he
I
didn't.
know Logan.
He didn't.
He.
I'll argue.
Let's
both
slam some of the top ones. Why not? Let's go with Jake Paul again.
Wait, hang on.
Jake Paul's
let's
S.
Jake
let's
Paul's
stick on
S because he's won every single
Okay,
goddamn
yeah.
fight.
Okay.
He's getting paid the most out of any of these losers.
I'll agree
Yeah.
with. I'll agree with Jake Paul being S tier because like of the performances he's put on. He knocked out all of his opponents except for Tyron Woodley, which Tyron Woodley is literally a professional UFC fighter
Yeah.
and I think former champion, right? And
Right.
so yeah, I'll agree with Jake being S tier, but KSI being B.
No, that's why I said
Actually,
A. I said A. I think KSI. Well,
For what?
Because here's why.
Right.
And I'm gonna jump ahead on this one. Logan Paul's a straight B because KSI beat him. So KSI is gonna go to A. Logan Paul's gonna go to B. That's just my opinion.
I'd put him at the same. I really would.
But
I
dude,
put
it's
the
so
same.
tricky with
Because
Logan Paul.
It was a draw, and everyone in this room agreed that Logan Paul won that.
I
draw.
agree.
Such a
And then he lost
Yup.
to a bad call.
Right. To a
To
shot in
say
the back of the
that-
head.
to say that
The
he's
behind the
better,
head call,
I don't
yeah.
fuck with it.
I don't know if he's better, but based on records, KSI deserves higher than Logan. That's just how it is.
But
Logan
KSI
also
never
fought
fought
Floyd
Floyd Mayweather. Yeah.
I think that's where
You
you
gotta
But
give
that's an
credit for that.
expedition match. It could have absolutely been
8 rounds of
I-
fucking.
Regardless,
Floyd
I'm
Mayweather
not saying it
rounds.
was rigged. All credit to Logan for doing what he did, but absolutely could they have set a rule in there? Don't let one another get knocked out. So then, if they were to get loose or whatever and wobbly, they're grabbing and just hooking onto each
I
other
believe
to
they-
make it look
no,
like they're not
no.
wobbling.
You
I
saw
think
what
that's
they-
a possibility.
I believe they say those.
I think it's a possibility.
I believe
made
they
all
say those
those
rules
rigged
before
shit,
the
that's
match.
not real.
I don't think it's rigged. That's not really rigging it. That's just
Yeah, it
saying
is.
no. It's just saying put on a performance as an exhibition.
No,
it's an
no, that
exhibition
would be,
match,
that's
bro.
super fucking illegal.
It's an
that's all
an
over
exhibition
it.
match, though.
No, you have no idea how illegal
Dude, there's
that is.
millions.
Well, hold on.
There's so
Okay,
much
that's a
money.
good point. That's a good point. So hold on. Was there bets that were based on winning a certain amount of money based on knockouts?
Yes, there's
Okay,
bet on
then
everything.
there would have been no way that they could have rigged that. So
Yeah.
I'd retract everything I
You
said.
can bet on if they tap gloves. You
Yeah.
can bet all
No.
that shit.
I was thinking that there was a possibility, but if there's money involved and invest, like no, there's no way.
I don't. I honestly think that fight was like legit. I think Floyd Mayweather
He's
is
old.
just like, yeah, he's just old. He's just not.
And he's
not
not
his
as
prime
big,
anymore.
you know?
He's
No,
not as
and,
big.
and truth be told, Logan
He's not
Paul
as good.
Logan Paul wins that
Logan
match
Paul-
at the end of the day simply because he went the full 8 with a great. That's it. Full
Okay.
8 with a great.
And
That's
I
it.
think
That's
that makes up for
Can we pause for a second?
shitty
quick, though?
calls. For
Can we
what?
pause? I just want to say, if KSI right now and Logan Paul right now fought, who do you think would win?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Okay.
I think
Would
Logan
you-
Paul won.
Yeah,
both
I would have
already.
to agree because
Okay,
KSI
okay.
hasn't. It doesn't seem like KSI's been training
I
like
just
that. Who is he looking forward to fight? Why would he keep training? He's
I
been
think
doing music and running around on stage
does,
for
he does.
a year or
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Like he doesn't care now.
Speaking of which, not to like get off topic, obviously, but KSI, he is like actually like a really big artist in the UK.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
can't
think? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna ask. Like,
What?
do you think he necessarily deserves to be like a really big artist, or do you
Deserves,
think that
yes.
his music?
Deserves.
Yeah,
yes,
because he
he's doing
makes
more than-
some of the greatest European music at the moment.
Unfortunately, I don't know if this is like teetering the line of like
Not to
like
to
a
hate.
cultural knock. I don't know. If
Yeah,
that's fucked
exactly.
up.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I
I don't
hate-
care regardless.
Yeah, I hate all European music.
Yeah, the only
Have you seen
decent.
State of a Boy?
Yeah.
Dude,
no,
fuck
no,
off.
no, I get that.
That's
I get
drill,
that.
though.
I get
That's
that.
drill.
The drill stuff is the only stuff I can barely tolerate.
No, I
can't even
can't. I
tolerate
can't
that.
tolerate that even more.
Bro,
Actually,
no.
The drill, like, you
name,
really can't.
name one other style then. Do it.
Can't
Name
tell.
one
KSI.
other style.
The
It's
pop-
That's just rap. That's
the
just.
pop-
It's still like borderline rap, drill rap, same thing, bro.
No, it's
That's
like it's like pop rap.
No, it's
actually.
different.
It's like
Way
singing.
different.
It's
Bless you.
singing and rapping. So it's kind of like a
KSI's
balance of
most
the two.
recent shit is actually.
And
tolerable.
so yeah, it's exactly.
I
His
don't
stuff
listen.
is
I don't
actually
listen to the
decent.
guy, so maybe I'm just. But I don't mind the drill stuff. I kind of tolerate it a little bit.
I can't stand it.
I can't do any of their other music though. It's so bad.
Yeah, I can't really
Let's-
stand it
let's
either.
do-
No
Gibb
offense.
I think Gibb
Well,
is
hang
a
on.
C.
Do we all agree KSI's B? in Logan Paul's B?
Absolutely.
I agree.
I would put KSI at A.
I would put him at the same. Actually.
I would put KSI at A, but based on Jake's argument, it's fair. He could.
Yeah,
He could stay
I
at
would
B.
put him at the same. Actually,
He can stay at B. It's fine.
a rematch
I
would be
think Gibb
lit.
is C here. What do you guys think about that?
Gibb? No.
no.
B.
D.
Oh.
D.
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 You said D. I said B.
Tommy's better than Gibb. You're literally cracking me right now if you think Tommy's
I
not
think
better
Tommy
than Gibb.
might be A.
I was gonna put Tommy at a B.
You're putting Tommy over Logan Paul?
Actually, not over.
No,
I would
same
say
as
KSI?
Logan Paul.
I would say the same
as
actually.
a B. Yeah.
So I'd say B.
No,
yeah.
I'm saying Tommy at C.
Because I have I have Jake Paul beating Tommy Fury, but I don't have KSI or Logan Paul necessarily beating him. I think it would be close.
Well, I know one thing for certain. We can put Vinny Hacker at D. He had a great performance, but we're not going to give him something based on one fight, you know?
He fought dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
He
he's
fought
a
Deji.
D
Put him-
performance. It's a D performance.
C. Give him C actually.
Okay, I
He
can
won.
give him C.
He won.
I can give
He-
him C.
he won.
No, but this is the.
He was the
using
only
reverse cycle or.
He was the only
on the other
kicker.
side.
Yeah, Gibbs better than Vinny, so I'm
Gibb
on
is
you on
better than
that.
Vinny. I think Tommy Fury is right in this tier here because I mean we're basing this shit all off of resumes, and this dude fights boxers.
Are we gonna put
Shitty
anybody at
boxers?
the? Are we putting anybody at the A tier? Because I know damn well Austin's not an A tier boxer. What are you doing there?
I don't think we are gonna do an A tier here. No.
I wouldn't say there's anyone A tier.
We can't put KSI and Logan at A tier and have Tommy
Yeah, we
at
can do
B.
that. Yeah, we
that's
can.
that's smarter.
Yeah, we can do
Actually,
that.
I can agree with that. Too.
But I want everyone to know right now there is a
Move-
massive
wait,
gap in
is
between
that
Jake
Vinny?
Paul and KSI and Logan.
Is that Vinny at
That's
D?
very true.
What's up?
Is that Vinny at D?
Yeah.
Move him up. To
No,
C.
because we're saying like
yeah,
this.
no, yeah, that's what we're saying right there.
Yeah.
Tommy.
With Tommy at
Actually,
D.
Yeah. Okay. I can.
Gibb
agree
at
with that, actually.
C,
Yep.
Vinny at D.
So we have Jake Paul at S.
Oh my god.
We have KSI at A, Logan Paul at A. Then we have Tommy Fury at B, Gibb at C,
Austin's
Tommy at, or not
Vinny
Tommy,
at D.
Vinny at D.
Austin's
My
gonna
bad.
go ahead and
I don't know why I
join.
said Tommy.
Austin's gonna go ahead and join Gibb at C in my opinion.
No. What?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Hands down.
No.
Hands down.
I say he joins Vinny at D. Max.
D.
D.
You think that
he beat
you
Bryce Hall. He has T-Rex arms.
You
He's
think?
not beating
Oh
nobody.
my god! I'm so
Oh,
sorry. You
no.
think that if Vinny and Austin were to fight, Austin wouldn't knock that little kid out? Are you kidding
I
me?
don't think so. I actually genuinely don't
Oh my
think so.
god!
I don't think so.
I'd be
I really
interested in
don't.
a Tommy Fury Austin McBroom fight. I'm gonna be honest.
That's why I'm saying I think he fits in. I think he
No.
fits in C with Gibb.
I can't agree with that. I really can't. I think
Actually,
Yeah,
that
I agree with C.
I
agree
think
with
Go
C.
ahead. There's a
technically-
mic set up right there if you want to say something.
I technically think
No. Okay.
that Vinny Hacker and Austin McBroom are same level. I'll be honest. They both have one fight, one win, and they're both kind of.
Who's the last one left?
watching them.
Who's that loser up there?
That's Taylor Holder.
Oh my god!
That's D.
F.
No, he's joining his buddy Bryce Hall at F.
Yeah. No. Wait. How's Bryce Hall F? Oh wait, he's 40 street fights guy. Never mind. He deserves it. He deserves
You
it.
do not remember any of this
40
conversation?
No, I do. 40 street fights, he deserves F actually, never mind. So, I'll agree with D actually, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'd say Taylor
This
could probably. I say Taylor's probably
Yeah,
D
I
or
can agree with
E.
this.
I don't know if
Wait.
he's better than Deji or not.
I don't know if we
Taylor Holder?
Taylor.
Yes, he is, dude.
I don't know if we have a vision
Come
or
on.
not. I don't know if we have a vision or not.
I don't know, man.
Go over it quick, just like to show what we.
I think a
we-
Vinny and Taylor fight would be solid.
All right. Well,
That would
for,
be good
for
actually.
S
That would be a
tier-
solid
That really
fight.
would be good.
But
Like a
Vinny's-
really
yeah,
good fight.
look.
Vinny and Taylor would be solid.
So at S tier, you should be seeing this on your screen here. I'm gonna do my best with editing. We're still trying to figure some shit out, but Jake Paul at S tier. At A tier, we got KSI and Logan Paul. At B tier, we have Tommy Fury, which he's not really a YouTube boxer, but like
He's kind of
he's
a
in
real
the story.
boxer, but yeah. He
He's in the
really
story.
he fights some real or some YouTubers, so yeah. I
At
agree
C
with that.
tier, we got Gibb and Austin McBroom. And at D tier, we got Vinny Hacker and Taylor Holder. At E, we have Deji, and at F, we got Bryce Hall.
I can agree with that.
I think that solidifies the list. We're
Yeah,
done
that's
there.
pretty good.
Yeah,
That
we're
is
good.
the Phoenix
Official
list
Yep.
list, yeah.
for
Pretty good.
for the boxers for YouTube. Now, Clary, I am gonna have to ask you to step up to the mic because
Oh, no.
you're part of this next conversation.
Oh no.
So we
You can
are
come
going
over
to discuss now.
No, I don't. I don't
Yeah,
want
sure.
to talk about
No, hold on.
Wait, what are we talking about?
No, it's not anything bad. You're fine. No, just go to that. You don't even have to step in front of the camera if you don't want to. What we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk about the New York trip.
Okay.
We're talking about the New York trip because me and Clary have some concerns that you boys do not.
Wow.
And so we're gonna put this out there and see what they think.
Okay.
So, New York trip, and I have hi Maddie, and I have something to put a little twist on the end here
Okay, shoot.
to solidify that we're gonna do it, that I'll do it, that I'll commit to the New York trip if these guys agree.
Okay.
Sick. All right. Basically, Jake, I think if these guys agree, I'll take out the Dogecoin investment.
Yep.
And I'll 100% go to New York. But I think we should discuss our reasons why as far as what we're pushing.
I think we should go to New York a different year.
What the hell?
Damn.
Sorry.
What the hell?
But hold on, you're convincing these guys because they're the ones. If they agree with you, I'm pulling out the Dogecoin investment. We're going to New York. That's what we're doing.
Well,
Here?
Yes, that's what we're. Yeah, this year. I'm saying.
I want to
right
know
now.
why you guys think
Trent?
this year is so bad. And
I'll be honest.
And
Hang on, 1 second. Trent, take out the Dogecoin. Go to New York, buddy. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just saying that right now,
There's
Trent.
going to be a lot more to the conversation here. So
Okay,
let's get back
okay,
to
let's
it.
keep hearing it. Let's keep hearing it.
anyways,
I'm
but
just so hydrated right now.
he is really hydrated at the moment. I hear you about the COVID thing. Both of you guys are on the you don't want to.
That's not my only. Yeah, that's not my only. I personally don't think I'll enjoy it as much as you think. But on top of that, I'm concerned about the COVID thing.
I think you're super biased on it.
I'm just
I think
worried.
you don't.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that we're taking a legendary trip and then putting just like an extra little factor that's gonna make it less legendary.
Yes. What I said to Ryan F is why can't we put it on to another year where
I
we're
agree.
more financially stable and can have real fucking fun in New York?
And everybody's 21.
Exactly. Like, why wouldn't we do it when we can all have
You won't be.
a crazy blast?
First of all, I don't think being 21 is going to really make much of a difference.
She said that, not me.
Yeah. Two, COVID, we're going to be fully insured. If COVID does come back and bite us in the ass, we're going to get our money
Get your
back.
backs.
Not only that, we don't only need our money back, we need somewhere to stay for 2 weeks in New York if we have COVID, dude. We can't
No,
come back home.
We just drive home in a rental car.
How are we going to return
In a
the
red
rental car?
Ferrari.
You can rent them
So
here.
first, hold on, let's
You
break
can-
it down.
U-Haul and drive it to
No.
the U-Haul in Minnesota, or
Sure.
what?
You
Okay.
can like rent
Fair
a,
enough.
You can like rent a
I mean,
car
fair
here and,
enough.
like, drive to Florida and leave in Florida
Yeah.
and like fly back.
But no, what I'm trying
Okay,
to say
well,
is
we'll
that
figure that out if that's the case.
like
but-
dollar rental, like you could
Gotcha.
like just.
So we wouldn't
go
be
to any-
stranded there. My concern is
your
a
point is that
a 5-day
in our 4
trip.
days we're there, that it
Could
crumbles
turn-
then, right?
No.
Just then and there.
No, I'm saying we could be there for 4 days and all of a sudden it turns into a 2-week trip because we have to quarantine.
That would be like the worst luck ever, though.
I know, and it's very possible when we're going in the heart, literally New Year. We're going to Times Square on New Year's, dude. What do
Yeah.
you not like?
Yeah.
Of course that shit's gonna happen. We're probably gonna catch COVID.
Oh god,
I
we're gonna
want
get
to
more than
catch
COVID too.
Probably.
What you say?
I said, oh god,
We're
we're
gonna get
more than
AIDS. We're
COVID
gonna
too.
get HIV. We're gonna get everything.
I want all my badges.
He wants all his
What,
badges.
what do we think is gonna happen in New York?
No, see,
I don't know. Ryan F's on a whole nother thing.
Weird. Okay.
I think it is overkill to
Stop the
if
trip
we're-
because
to
of
stop
that.
the trip because it would have to be the worst timing ever.
I'm with you on that.
I don't want to stop the trip. I just want to do a different trip this year and then save our legendary trip for
So the
when
problem
there's
with
no,
that is
no,
we-
I was still talking. When there's no other influence.
Hi, Tom.
That's what everybody does.
The problem is
Just peeps around the corner.
that we've already looked into that, and they were all way more expensive. We already know that.
Not like
We don't have to go on New Year's.
They are though, and we wanted to go to the Phoenix place.
This
We wanted to
isn't
go to
even
Phoenix.
podcast related anymore.
Huh?
This isn't even podcast
Yeah.
related
I
anymore.
was talking about
Sure it is. Podcasts are a conversation.
Yeah, why would it not be?
Ah, that looks pretty good.
Too bad.
Yep.
Last time I recall, it's actually our podcast right now. We can talk about whatever we want.
This is a
It's our
conversation.
podcast. Of course it's related to the podcast.
But yeah, I don't think that any other place has shown like, oh, that's better. That's a really good deal.
Yeah.
So far, New York is the best financial choice, and I would personally prefer that over all the other ones.
So keep that in mind. We're mainly concerned about just COVID. So based on those two things that you know, I know it's brief information, but we'll just cut it off there since Ryan F doesn't like us talking about this.
Yeah,
we're just
I
gonna
told him
we're
not
just
to bring
we're
it
just gonna
up.
leave it to you guys. You guys decide. Let us know in the comments.
Wait.
And if I'm pulling out my Dogecoin investment to go to New York, we're going to New York.
I think every single person should come up with their own plan, and then we can see, and we can do like one of those little presentation things where
Yeah.
it's like
We all make
this is where we're going.
we all make
You
Google
need to make a
slides.
That'd be a good
podcast about
episode.
it.
Yeah, we should
And
all
it's
do.
like
Airplay up on the
Jake
TV.
does the New York trip and budgets everything.
Shark Tank
I'll
version
do-
of
Yeah.
Jake's
like literally already done that,
trip
though.
And budget
Yeah,
everything.
I got a
Trent
head
does a
start.
Phoenix trip.
But you have
and
to put it in a
budgets
Google
everything.
slide.
Huh?
You have to put it in a Google slide.
And I'm so good at Google Slides too.
Me too.
I'm so much
pre-
better.
I'm pretty
You're
good.
not.
We would make it
You're actually
fire.
not.
We would make it fire.
No, you've had me design one of your Google Slides
Hold
before.
on.
I don't even remember, but it was
Exactly.
your senior year.
No.
All right. Well, do we have anything else? We started off with Tito, and now we got Clary.
Yeah, that
Podcast,
was a big
so-
change.
Now the show's better.
But anyways,
Oh.
yeah, I think that's probably good on timing. We covered
Ending
all
off on a good note, right, Tito?
Anyways, yeah, I think we'll stop it there, and we will try to be more consistent with these episodes, and we're gonna try to get them out as close to week. To start, let's just try to do like weekly. I
Yeah,
think.
that's we can pick it up at. If we have enough content, we'll pick it up. But
Yeah, maybe we'll try like a Discord one throughout the week here. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
peace out.